I thought I'd bring on the next act. It's kind of embarrassing for me. I met this person very briefly. He seems very nice. She's a comic. And I'm wondering if I have the name right. Is it Julie Evans? Is that it? Jerry. Jerry. Let's have a big hand for Jerry Evans. Jerry?
I'm going to try some new stuff tonight, so excuse the notes if you will. In the news, there's a new condom on the market. It's the Saddam condom. It's for little dicks who don't know when to pull out. Also in the news is the environment. The environment just keeps getting worse and worse. It's going to hell all the time. And ladies, I think we're probably pretty much responsible for this. I was in the store the other day and I saw some disposable diapers, size extra large, holds up to 30 pounds. Hope I never have to change that one. Because let's face it, if your kid can stand there and crap 30 pounds, he is long overdue for potty training. Every day there's more bad news about the environment. The bad news of today is the AIDS virus is in the drinking water. The good news is the antidote is beer, so drink up, let's all stay healthy. I am from San Diego, and one bad thing about being from San Diego, all your out-of-town guests want you to take them to Tijuana. I had some friends come in from the East Coast last week. We were down there shopping all day. Finally, I said, you know, I can't stand it. I'm starving. Let's get something to eat. Oh, no. No, not me. It's dirty down here. They have no health standards. I'm not eating. You go ahead. We'll just have a glass of water. Well, that one's all right. I got a new car. Well, I had a new car. It was really great. It's one of those German imports, the Hindenburg. Well, it was great till I lit up anyway. You want to talk about 0 to 60 fast? Felt like Tinkerbell on speed. Yeah, I really missed the car too. It was great. It had all the modern conveniences, but I'd never let my boyfriend even sit in that thing because I don't think it's a good idea to have an airbag and a gas bag in the same vehicle. I just went through a divorce. I should have known it was coming, though, when he gave me a birthday card that said goodbye and good luck. But that's okay, though, you know, because I really didn't want to stay married to him. We got into a big argument one day. I said, I just cut my hair. He says, you didn't cut your hair. I said, I did cut my hair. I cut 4 inches off my hair. He says, you did not cut your hair. I said, I cut 4 inches off my hair. That's more hair than a lot of people have. Like you, Jack, for example, if you cut off 4 inches, you'd have a scab on your ass. Delayed laughter. It's nice to see so many men in the audience tonight. Manly men, that's what women like. Manly men. We don't like wishy-washy men because all they do is beat around the bush. But I don't understand one thing about you guys, like, why do you want to buy guns? That's never made sense to me because what makes you think you're going to hit something from 30 yards when you can't hit the toilet from 2 feet? And another thing I don't understand about men is what is this strange relationship that you guys have between yourself and the TV remote control, the channel changer? You drive us nuts with that damn thing. Jack would pick that up and start that click, click, click. I just want to ram that up his ass. Sideways. It's the only thing I know of that he liked to play with more than himself. I come from a large family, predominantly male family. When I was 7 years old, I asked Santa Claus to bring me a sister and got it. I haven't wished for anything since. Well, she grew up to be a professional woman. She's a hooker. Now, we can't condemn or make fun of hookers because there's only one thing that separates them from the rest of the general adult population, men and women included. That's true. A hooker screws a lot of people and gets a little money from each one of them. The rest of us, we screw one person for a long time, get all their money and everything else they own, and that, folks, is called marriage. Followed by the ever-popular divorce. Things you should never say to a person with no hands. Get a grip. It's a deal. Let's shake on it. My comedy career's been going well. Recently, I opened for Robin Williams. Of course, it was in the back seat of his car. Oh, well, so what? It looks great on a comedy resume. Just going to leave you with this little thought about religion here. I grew up in a Catholic family, and Catholics, as you probably know, go to confession. And this never made sense to me. I'd argue with my mom about it because you get in a little dark closet alone and shut the door to confess your sins. If I hadn't done that to begin with, I wouldn't have anything to confess. You can relate to that, huh? Back in the 60s, I was looking for the one religion that was right for me. You might recall that back in the 60s, everybody was searching for something. A few of them are still out there. And I tried a lot of different churches, but I will have to say that the Baptist was the one that I could relate to the most, because in their church, the preacher got up and he said, we're going to take all the alcohol and we're going to round it up and we're going to throw it in the river. And then we're going to get all the dope and we're going to round that up and we're going to throw that in the river. And then we're going to get all the pornography and we're going to throw that in the river. And then the choir stood up and sang, "Shall We Gather by the River?" That's it for me. I'm Jerry Evans. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Jerry Evans. So how many of you out here tonight are married? Let's see by show of hands. You are married. Yeah. How many are still having sex? No, you get married, it gets shut off real fast. Like that whole range, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Are you adult enough to talk about sex here? Yeah, can you handle it? Mark, yeah? Yeah, see, I don't have any concern for sex. One day I plan to simply bud asexually out my armpit. But I'm coming close to a relationship. Last week a woman said hello. Which is like close, but yeah, it's like that whole thing. I don't even know. Yeah, it's there, but I don't even want to get involved with it all. I have a buddy. He had gone out with his girlfriend for 9 years, and we moved out to California. The relationship began to drift off. Eventually, they broke up. He was my roommate at the time, and he took this breakup as bad as anybody could ever take a breakup. He didn't leave the house for like a month. He just stood where he was. Have you noticed whenever you speak to somebody in this situation, whatever you say to them, no matter how remote, it always reminds them of the person they just broke up with? One day I walked into his room, I said, "Mark, come on, we'll go out, we'll take a walk, we'll get some air." He looks up, he goes, "Air? She used to breathe." So I just shot him dead. Kind of like Brian. Yeah, sick stuff for that, man. Brian's a sick dude, isn't he? Yeah, sick. Yeah, but Brian, you're a safe guy, right? A safe guy? Yeah, safe. You use, like, protection, don't you? Yeah, Brian, you know, they just released a scientific study this week. You know, they found the best method of birth control. What do you think it was, Brian? Even better than abstinence. Ugliness will tend to prohibit anybody unless you're in a bar at like 2 a.m. No, it happens a lot. I'm serious. And have you noticed that when people are out there drinking, that women get drunk quicker than men? Look at Mark going, "Where's the bar?" No, I mean, not specifically. Didn't you know that? It's a scientific fact. On paper, women get drunk at a quicker and easier rate than men. Do you know why? They just found out this year. Apparently it's an enzyme in the stomach that women have that men do not have. And that's another reason they want to drink, because, you know, we're dead and what are you going to do? No, I mean, it's true. And they haven't named the enzyme yet, but they're thinking about it, called the "God even gives ugly women a chance to get laid" syndrome enzyme. Anyway, while we're here in this lovely thing, no, it's terrible. I'm a sexist. No, I'm not.